Okay, vision screening using the Snellen chart really hasn't changed over the years, and I think there are some challenges with using that chart. Um, it depends on the subjectiveness of whoever the observer is watching the child be able to do the chart. Again, whether the chart is using hand signals or it's using letters, can be a challenge for a child that has English as a second language, even in interpreting how to do the assessment or what is required. And then there are individuals that if you are asking them to cover an eye for a while, that may be blurry when they go to then uncover the eye. And I think we've all been in situations when we've had our eye exams where we can squint and we can, compensate a little bit, which our brain always does to be able to do it. Um, I've even had people say that they've memorized the chart when they've gone from, to the doctor and that sort of thing. So I think it's important to have something that's quick and easy. And in a school, when you're going to take children out of a classroom for some kind of assessment, you don't want it to be a long, belabored process because people get frustrated with that. Kids get frustrated with that. So having something that's as simple as going to an area and getting your picture taken is wonderful. It's quick, it's easy, yet it gives you the data that you need in order to have then a more medical diagnosis made if needed. I don't know that I would say that the challenge in the classroom is losing additional teaching time. I think what it is requiring is maybe frustration on the student's part and the teacher trying to be able to figure out how to best help this child. And they may be trying different strategies that may or may not work when the real issue is that the child has a vision issue, which could very easily be addressed by going to their eye doctor and getting glasses or having someone do a diagnosis and figuring out what that child really needs. So I think you have to look at how modern classrooms are also designed and how teaching styles have changed over the years. It used to be that if a child had a vision problem, you would just have them come and sit up at the front of the classroom. Many classrooms, there really isn't a front of the classroom anymore. There are collaborative learning groups where children are in groups and the teacher is circulating all the way around the room with teaching stations at various points around the room. So that is not an option that really helps a child anymore. They need to be able to have good vision and be able to participate in all aspects of the classroom. I think one of the challenges that will merit out perhaps in some research that is done on current learning styles in today's society is the impact of online devices and games that children are playing and the amount of screen time that they have and how that affects your vision. I think we all can think about the times when we've been on the computer and it has impacted our eyes becoming weary or us becoming tired. And I think with the amount of online learning that children have in classrooms, as well as what they are doing personally on their free time, I think it is important that we continually screen their vision much more often than maybe what we did in the past, when it was typically reading a book and then a lot of resting of the eyes outside of school. It's often said that it takes a village to educate a child, and as schools right now, with the amount of needs that children have when they're coming to school, it is so important that we have great groups like our public health system, our medical professionals, and then volunteer organizations like the Lions to be able to help us meet the needs of our children. And being able to help with vision screening, hearing screening, and providing those resources is significant to us in accomplishing our education mission of educating all children.